Good morning, duders. It is, what is it? It's sometime in July. I'm heading up to Petaluma to film Jeff for the first episode of Guilty Treasures. There we go. I keep forgetting the name of the show. But that's not all I'm doing on this trip. I'm also grabbing or relieving him of his NBA Jam arcade cabinet. I've never owned an arcade cabinet. Obviously, like most middle-aged gamers, it's on my bucket list of things to have at some stage, I guess. This is the NBA Jam cabinet that was in the Whiskey Media office, so it has lots of I guess, I don't know, beer and Sean Kuntz's tapping marks all over it. So it's got a bit of history to it too, which I quite like. It is big though. It's pretty big. So I thought I might be able to handle it in the Jeep if I dropped all of the seats and took out the baby seats and tore up the inside of my Jeep probably, and I'd have to remove the control panel on it and all that sort of stuff. But obviously that's maybe a bit too much. So I'm going to Home Depot to grab a truck and then drive up to Petaluma in a truck, which will take a while, and then film all that stuff with all the camera gear I have here. I got my No Clips 4K camera there. I got lights in the back. I got tripods. I got light stands. And yeah, interview Jeff about Target Earth, which I've been playing a bunch of the past few weeks. And then hopefully the two of us can load a 400-pound arcade cabinet into a truck. And then once I get it back here, I'm kind of screwed because I got a truck with a ramp and I got a dolly. So hopefully I can get it into this house pretty sharpish. You can skip ahead and find out. I have to suffer throughout the day. But first we have to head off to our good friends at Home Depot. So let's hit the road. Alright, I'm in my new wheels, my Home Depot boxcar, which it's not ideal. It has a ramp, so hopefully, and a dolly, so hopefully we can get the machine up. I was talking to some experts in the field. Steve Lynn told me that it does not need to be standing up. That was the big worry, was like, can I lie down a CRT? And I should be able to. I have rope, I have some packing blankets, moving blankets. Yeah, I'm totally confident about the filming aspect of today. I got the camera right here and I'm confident about that. The thing I'm not confident about at all is getting the machine in, because I don't know how big it is. I looked it up, but I'm terrified by how heavy it is. And also me and Jeff we both have like dad backs, so I'm not terribly confident about that part of it. But that's I don't have to worry about it for at least an hour, I guess. I don't know how long it's going to take me to get to Petaluma, and this thing probably an hour. I'm just leaving my Jeep here. Hopefully it doesn't get stolen or broken into. I have a bit of sort of priors on that. I'm a bit sensitive to that, having already had one car stolen in Oakland. But it's locked up outside my Home Depot, and I'll drop this thing back later. So yeah, I'm excited to get up there. But yeah, it's going to take a while. And also I don't have the little thing on the windshield where I could film while driving without, killing myself. So probably just going to snap my fingers and be in Petaluma, which sounds quite nice. So here we go.
This is the garage, I guess, as it stands. It's middle of packing. Middle of getting this cabinet out of here too.
Can I just say my favorite thing I've already seen?
Yeah, no, I keep all the hits here. Yeah.
Oh man, look at that! Jeez Louise.
Yeah, some sealed, some rare stuff from John Drake's wedding to Andrew Renee. The rare video game memorabilia.
That's awesome. We had like 30 of these in the HMV store I worked in Ireland.
Yeah.
That like never moved.
Oh yeah.
And that was the one that was new. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that was a disaster. you could tell from a distance that it was just like this external out. It's not gonna.
It's pricey too. It's like 180 euro or something. So,
yeah, and they're like, here you go. It comes with a copy of King Kong. Like,
oh, well, yeah.
I don't want that.
All right, there it is.
There it is.
It's not small.
No, it's not. You know, what's that? That's a 25-inch monitor. You know, not the original control panel. This is from a newer. This is from the Blitz NBA Showtime combo unit,
Cool.
the sports station. But then this top layer graphic is not the original one of those either. So
Steve Lynn has already put me on where to get
great,
the right ones of those.
Yes. Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, this came from him. You know, as with all things, I think Steve facilitated this. If he didn't actually literally own it, this was. We at some point got a budget. This is when we were in the second basement. Tatum was just like, yeah, get some arcade machines. That'd be cool, man. And I was like, fuck yeah, all right, great. So we went to California Extreme, and this was reasonably priced, and so was this. And so we got these, and then like Vinny bought a Joust cocktail,
Right.
and then Ryan and Vinny went in on a xenophobe machine, and like it just got
Where
weird.
did that go? The Joust one.
Vinny has the Joust. Vinny
He brought it east.
Yeah. That was never in the office. That was.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I eventually got my Warlords cocktail, which actually just was sold back to Steve. And yeah, so these sat in that basement bar, and the thing we didn't realize that like I've since like kind of contended with is like it was underground and it was moist.
Right.
And so it was this weird, moist, moldy, increasingly moldy room that we'd put these like nice couches and stuff in to try to make this little speakeasy kind of bar place.
Yeah.
And over the course of us being in there, by the end of it, like you go through the rainy season and you realize like there's water running down these brick walls
Like
in
seepage.
the back. So, yeah, and
Yeah.
it was like, this is Spore City back here. Like
Were the couches like just a write off by
couches
the
were
end?
done.
Yeah.
The couches were history. And you know, like there was just moisture getting to the arcade machines, but not enough to damage them.
Yeah.
But it was the feeling of just like if these are here much longer, they're just going to rot into a pile of dust or whatever. So yeah, both these machines are the machines that actually got used in that office. This got the most use. This was Kuntz and Alexis
Right.
pretty much every day.
Yeah.
Playing Jam.
I was talking to Alexis and Will a couple of weeks ago at our
Yeah.
D&D thing, and they said that it was the Kuntz machine.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's for sure. You would never see Sean Kuntz get mad until he lost to the NBA Jam, and then you would see it. You'd see a flash of it, like, and then he would like recover and be like, "All right, cool, man, whatever." And it was amazing. Yeah. And then so yeah, when we moved out of that office, God, there's a bunch of weird memories tied up with all this stuff, right? So like we loaded these into a U-Haul, not unlike that one, to
Right.
bring them back here. And I ended up taking these, and I think Ryan took his xenophobe machine at that point. And it was also like the day that as we were loading up, because we knew we were selling the company, it hadn't been public yet, but we knew it was all happening. We
Right.
knew we were not coming back to that office, so we were loading everything out, and it was likely that we were going to go to CBS. And so it was like this huge time of change, and then like I got the call from my mom saying like, "Hey, your dad fell down. We're taking him to the hospital." And it was like this, like that was then the start of like a year-long process with that too, and it was just like all happening all at once. And
Heavy memories on all this stuff.
yeah. It's weird how arcade machines seem to get tied up in that a lot.
But like, I mean, little like, I mean, you know, most of your adult life is kind of, you know, these are objects of power.
Yeah,
all this stuff.
totally. And it's the one of the most freeing things has actually been, as I go through this, is to get rid of a lot of it in a feeling of just like, I don't need this. And some of it's stuff that like I kept that ends up having like mild like historical value or mild historical interest that I've been giving to Steve to go to Frank Cifaldi and,
Oh,
and go
cool.
to the Video Game History Foundation and stuff like that. So I've been setting aside nonsense. Well, not nonsense, but like, here's a fact sheet for the GameCube from before it was out, which is like Nintendo having this conversation about like, hey man, forget theoretical power and how many small triangles can you display on a black background? It's like they're trying to pitch the GameCube, which was not a weak machine compared to the PS2 and the Xbox, but they're like out of the gate trying to be super defensive.
Who is that for? Like other for developers maybe, or for
This
or?
was given out at Space World 2001.
Okay.
And so it's like full hardware specs from before it was out. fact sheet on the Pokemon card e-reader, and then here's like details on which games are going to be at Space World that year.
Oh wow. Melee was right there. Pikmin.
Yeah.
Oh, they had a good launch lineup.
Yeah, it was powerful stuff.
Yeah.
You forget that's like, and then stuff like this. Like here's the letter that came with Gears 5. Which is like, at the end of the day, like,
thanks, Rod.
we get this stuff all the time, but it's weird and people don't really get to see it. So,
right.
like embargo information or like, the DVD's inside the house, but apparently National Lampoon tried to sign a TV show and they called it Gamers. And as you can see, they were taking it incredibly seriously.
Jeez.
Like this whole, the text of this is insane. About like, yeah, we put some bikini girls on screen. I love to go to those shoots. It was just like, real. So I have that DVD that I have not put in. And so there's like stuff like that, and then just like stuff like weird merch stuff that I'm also kind of setting aside. Like here's a Crazy Taxi 3 like can. I guess it's like it's like a can.
Oh, like a cooler.
Yeah, like a cooler with some insulated can holders.
What was Crazy Taxi 3 on?
It was an Xbox.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like Sega's weird time when they were just like saying we're putting all our games on Xbox. A Mortal Kombat 3 Frisbee, a San Andreas basketball. This.
Oh no, it's not. Is it like a Ninja Star or something? Oh, it totally is. Jeez, that looks deadly.
I wish I could like flick this and have it pop out, but you have to actually.
Is it a glaive? Is that what that is?
Kind of, I guess. I don't know if there's a good name for it, but So this is stupid. And now possibly dangerous. Oh wait, that's wrong.
To put back because we got to do the push in thing.
Yeah.
Every time I use it like a flick knife, I always forget how to put it back in.
Yeah.
Like the little.
And then you're like, oh, it's a matter of time before I just hurt myself with this. And so that's weird, but like this stuff kind of whatever. The documents and paperwork and stuff I think is a little more like interesting when it comes to the history of games. So it's been nice to. Just by virtue of being the sort of person that doesn't throw shit away, like now there are people who are interested in that for let's document this.
Right.
Like, here's what Nintendo was thinking about the GameCube before it came out or whatever. So
there kind of wasn't people doing that 10 years ago?
Not really.
Yeah.
Not in the same way.
Right.
I think, Safaldi's doing it. There's a team in Japan that's kind of working in similar spaces, but also there's the whole thing about prototypes and unreleased games, and that's all toys. So I'm trying to like sort through everything.
It looks like Ryu, but it has a gun.
Yeah, it is. It's
Ryu with a gun.
Yeah, it's Ryu with a gun, and then here's Bison also with a gun.
I guess you couldn't sell toys.
No, yeah, this is America, goddammit. And so prototype cartridges.
Oh wow. Accolade.
Yeah.
God. Good old Bubsy.
The good stuff, like Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego for the SNES.
Huh.
Where's so a lot of these are just straight up.
Oh, whoa.
Bare boards.
Good save.
You want to keep the sunlight out of those because that will erase them.
The rarest thing of all.
Yeah, right. Yes. I mean, yeah, I got got my 3090 inside, so too. But yeah, so it's been weird going through this stuff, and yeah, because like I found the offer letter I got to join GameSpot.
Right.
The like, hey, here's I'd been working there part-time or whatever, and it was the offer letter of just like, hey, come on salaried and
right.
all this other stuff, and like
when it was on Clement.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, in '96, and so like it's just cool, weird stuff like that, and then just a bunch of garbage too that like I am gonna know the story behind this, but no one else will. The Mobies, the 2005 Mobile Entertainment Awards. Ooh. Mobile Entertainment Trailblazer, Verizon Wireless. Congratulations to Verizon. We're still holding your award for you. GameSpot bought a mobile site, and that's how Carrie Guskos originally got hired.
Oh, you're kidding?
She came on to work at the mobile site with Steve Pally, and
isn't it weird that like some of those folks have had like longer careers in games dev now?
Yeah.
Like Carrie's like
right, yeah. She's been everywhere. She's done everything. Yeah, obviously Greg is
right.
Greg was there in 96, 97 too. Like, but he was working on the PC side, so I didn't really see him all that much.
Right.
And then, you know, we were there till, I guess he left in early 07.
Okay.
Late 06 or
Yeah,
something
so,
like that.
so his career in games is now also longer than his career in journalism,
Yeah,
maybe?
I guess so. Yes, I guess so. Because today, literally today, is the 13th birthday of Giant Bomb.
Oh,
The
kidding.
website launch. The
Wow.
actual full wiki, all that stuff.
Happy birthday.
Thanks. It's my daughter's birthday, too, which is weird.
Yeah.
All that happened at the same time. And yeah, so like I was at GameSpot for 11 years, and now I've been here doing this for, you know, somewhat longer than that.
Right.
But it doesn't feel longer.
Yeah.
Like the time at GameSpot still feels like a very long time.
Formative years.
Yeah, whereas this feels like it's just been cooking and going crazy for a long time. So, but yeah, so
Should we
Let's,
get moving or get filming?
Let's try to get this stuff cooking, I guess. I did it all myself. No, whatever. You did most of the actual heavy lifting. I did some tilting here and there.
That was difficult.
Yeah, it's not easy. These things are big. Even the smaller ones, even moving that Ms. Pac-Man machine around was a challenge in some ways. You don't realize just how top heavy they are until you tilt them back and you're like, oh right, the monitor is up high and the rest is just hollow wood.
And it's a big monitor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is it 25 you said?
25. 25 should be. And I was always told that these things needed to be moved standing up because the monitor will fall out of the bracket and shatter. And then when Steve came through to take my missile command machine off my hands, he just put it in and laid it down. I was like, oh, okay. We can just do that now.
I'll let you know if I hear a bang.
Right, if you hear a bang and a smash and a crash, then it's one fewer CRT on the planet.
The minute I hit the Richmond Bridge, the little bump, it just like unshackles it.
You know, it should be pretty tight in the frame. It screws into the frame in the front.
Okay.
If you get there and you power it up and it doesn't work, the first order of business is to just make sure all the ROMs are seated and just give them a good tap, give them a good push. You don't need to flex the board too much, but you know, just give them a good tap, and that
wake them up.
Should just do it.
Okay.
But sometimes it doesn't. It's a temperamental business. If you get there and it doesn't work, then just don't PayPal me any of the money. And just dump it into dump it into Lake Merritt.
Right.
We'll just hope for the best.
It's my responsibility now.
Right.
It's mine to rear.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. I'm looking forward to my wife helping me take it out on the other side.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is the day after. Yesterday I drove the truck back. Getting out of the truck on my own was no small task. I had to. It was on its back, so I basically put the ramp out. I parked. My garage here is on a decline, so I backed the truck into my garage as far as it could go, pulled the ramp out, and basically like put carpet or put rugs on the ramp, pushed it off the truck onto the ramp, which was like a little bit of a do-doom when I did that. I was like, okay, and then pushed it down softly onto the ground, and then got the ramp out, and then I just brought the truck back to Home Depot. So it just laid here on the ground for like a day, and then I had somebody coming over to do some stuff around the house that needed doing, and I was like, yo dude, can you help me pick this thing up? I just need someone to help pick this thing up. The dude's like a handyman, so he's like built like a shipbrick house, so he like helped me, and here it is. It's here. It's alive. Well, I don't know if it's alive. That's why I'm doing this right now. It's here. I've tried to clean the dust off of this a bit. It's an NBA Jam cabinet. I'm like so excited. It has like an old graphic here, or this is from a different machine, Jeff was telling me. Some of the parts are like scuffed a bit here and there. There's a bit of rust because it was in the Whiskey Media office, I guess, for in that sort of wet basement for a while. but it seems to be in good nick. There's a bucket. There's a bucket for the tokens, I guess. Is that a token? That doesn't fit. That's not a token. There's a key to something. Probably this. It's a little bit rusty here. So it's kind of like a... I feel like, you know, Steve Lynn has already told me about like a place I can go to get, or a website that'll print me out new graphics if I want them anywhere. The side one's in decent condition. It's a bit scuffed, but, you know, could do that. So, but I just need to make sure if it's working, first of all. So I just plugged it in. And the only thing I've left to do is do the switch on top, which I'm thinking it's not going to work this time, and I'll have to reset the boards and I'll re-record this or do it later, but just in case, let's see if the gods are smiling on me. Where's the switch? Here. Oh, I heard something. I heard like a CRT turn on or something. Oh man. Oh wow, it's alive. It's not flashing, it's flashing on this because of the frame rate. Oh wow, look at that. Checking ROMs, hold start button to exit. Is it getting clearer? It looks blurry. I can't tell if it's... Oh my god, I can't believe it turned on. Okay, that's cool. Holy shit, okay. It's just dawned on me that I now own an NBA Jam Cab. Yeah, it's a little bit blurry. I wonder if that's the TV. Oh, look at that. It's just how it looks, man, isn't it?
Welcome to NBA Jam!
Oh my god. Holy shit, that music. Yeah, I'm putting in my name. DOD, baby. Oh yeah, it like works too. These feel good. Jam, baby. Okay. Holy shit, look at this. Yeah, I gotta clean this screen a bit, but otherwise... There's a little bit of a scratch there, like dirt. Oh, it's just dirt. Yeah, okay, I gotta do a little bit of a number on this, but let's just see it. Of course, I'll be the Sacramento Kings. Best team in the world. What else is here? We do have my local team would be oh shit. Whoa. Sorry. Sacramento Kings, there we go.
Tonight's matchup, Kings versus Mavericks.
This is so cool. Look at that. Yeah, it's a little bit blurry. Might just be the dirt. Your teammate, look at this. I didn't know there was like a teaching you how to play the game part.
Here's the tip.
Oh man.
Harper.
Get a block in. Alright. We got one shot in. Oh shit, rejected on my first attempt. I'm playing one-handed though. Come on, give me a favor here. Oh, rejected. Pass. No way to pause this, I don't think, right? This is pretty cool though. Thank you to Jeff Grossman. Thank you to Alexis and Sean Kuntz and all the people at Whiskey who played this machine. Thanks to my wife for letting me bring it home. And thanks to you, Giant Bomb community, for, I don't know, putting this all in motion, I guess, so that I could one day go up and film an episode of a new show that I'm doing on Giant Bomb, and while I'm there, just, I don't know, pick up a 400-pound NBA Jam cabinet. Alright, I gotta win this game. Thanks so much for watching. See you on the site. Alright, so I've taken the side panel off because I'm trying to do some work to the monitor because it's a little bit out of focus and it has, maybe it's a bit too blue. So I've opened up the back, which involved screwing out two little screws. And one thing fell, this thing here fell, looks like some sort of voltage adapter. And then there's a bunch of other stuff in here. There's a bunch of packets of silica gel, I think it is, which I suspect is because in the Whiskey Media offices this thing was catching a bit of mold, maybe. I've seen a couple of like mold stickers in here, like mold monitoring stickers in here. There's a bunch of candies, it looks like, in here. So it's a bit dirty. There's some Snickers wrappers, God knows what else. Some of this stuff is, I'm gonna have to do a bit of tidying. I'm just waiting to see like a rat jump out or something, or a dead mouse. It's a little bit dirty on the back, but it's not too bad. It smells a little musky, but it doesn't feel moldy. Although, what's this? Oh, that's paint. Okay. Or it's probably that stuff that comes off monitors. I remember my old TV had that stuff on the inside too, so maybe it's that. So most of this stuff I don't really care about. I just want to tidy it up so it's not all dangly, and make sure that none of the cables are in the wrong place or anything. There is a second board here, this one, which I believe is Tournament Edition. Yeah, the stickers are there, so that's the ROM for Tournament Edition. So that's NBA Jam over there. So I guess you basically just plug all that into this. I'm not really sure, I've never done any of this, but it doesn't look too... Looks a bit complicated, maybe not crazy complicated. I think that's the sub. Is that what that is? Subwoofer, it's kind of just a little speaker. And the controls are at the front, where I can access the test mode, and the volume dial I think is over there. But this is actually why I'm trying to get in here. Is this whole section. So this is the monitor, here's the back of the tube, this thing here, and these are the RGB dials. So I think it goes or here, G, B, and it's one of them I think is strength and the other one is like banding or something. You basically rotate these, I believe, maybe with a tool. No, a little bit there. But it's hard to do because the monitor's on that side, so you kind of have to, apparently according to some YouTube videos I've watched of some arcade people, apparently you do a lot of using a mirror, which is not ideal. So there's one thing, I thought this came off. So here's the contrast, the brightness, the vertical holds, the size, and this all goes to a piece of assembly which is hanging. So I think that's the control unit over there for it. But if that's there, that means I should be able to just run the test here from here. You can just do it. Yeah, there it is right there. The dials are right there. There it is. It says vertical size, horizontal position. The one I'm looking for is focus, because the focus on this monitor is slightly off. It's a bit blurry. Contrast, black level, vertical position, vertical hold. So maybe it's not there. We'll have to have a test. And here is the if I do that, I think it puts it in service mode. So let me, hopefully it's not going to explode now that I've been in the back, but let's see how it does. I tried swapping it to 30 frames a second to see if that would get rid of the pulsing, but it hasn't, so apologies. So I guess diagnosis, coin bookkeeping, game audits, game adjustment, make changes to pricing, and is it drone difficulty? Utilities, clean the credits, clean player stats. That's cool. Okay, so I guess I want to be in diagnosis. Switch test, dip switch test, CPU board test, sound board test, monitor patterns. That's what I want. Green, blue, color bars. Oh wow, the red is gone. That's what it is. The red is actually gone. So hopefully that's not broken. Crosshatch. Okay. So yeah, is red gone? Oh yeah, you can barely see it. The red is there, but it's like barely there. It actually comes up more on the camera here than it does to my eye. So I guess if that's there, I do have to go around the back to change the red. So hopefully I can do this without killing myself. That's the thing, I don't want to touch any of this. Oh my god, the tube is right there. Do I really have to turn these? Oh my god. I can feel the electricity off of it. Okay, I'm gonna look up exactly how I do this. I think I would want to use almost like a plastic screwdriver on that or something. Can you feel that electricity? I feel like if I put my finger in there, it's gonna jump out and hit me. The guy in the video said all you have to do is turn them, so
But I'm gonna just make sure, because that's, maybe if I could do it when it's turned off, I guess. I could turn it off and try. Let me see the other stuff while I'm here. This may be too hard to do with one hand, to be honest. This may be something that, like, I kind of need to have all my faculties to do it, so to be continued. Where once there was no red, now there's too much red. So I turned it, at least the red's not broken, I know that. But I went back and turned all the red ones up to the top and then turned it back on again. And this is where we are now, so... yeah, there's a red screen, there's the green screen, and there's the blue screen, so... I guess I am meant to do it. I am meant to do it when it's on. Just seems insane, but there you go. I turn that this way a bit. See how that looks. Still very red. This is terrifying. We'll turn on this way. God, I flicked up a bit there, I shouldn't have done that. Okay, now we're getting there. Red screen, and it's back to nothing again. And the green screen is kind of yellowy, is it? No, the green screen's good, so it's the red, so it's just that one. I need to dial that red one back a little bit. Oh my god. I think that was it. That was counterclockwise. Try again. Let's go all the way counterclockwise. It's not that way, so it must be this way, but that's all the way that way. So let's go maybe here. See how that looks. So too red, not red enough. Okay, that's red. Is it too red? It's too red. Okay, so maybe that's the red one. Maybe that one's good. Because one of them is like the amount of red, and one of them is like some other important part of it. So let me turn this one clockwise. It's back to being too red. So we'll go counterclockwise on that one. Maybe past where it was to here. East-west. Still too red. Is it still too red? Yeah. That's red. That's green. Oh, this is the one I should be using. Yeah, that's the one I should be using, right? Yeah, it's almost like it's the black that's turning red, not the... Yeah, weird. I wish I knew if this background was meant to be red. That might help. Because maybe it is. Because then that would make sense. Because that's red, that's green, and that's a bit purple. Okay, let me try one more. What was it? Counterclockwise we went slightly on this one. This might take a while. Okay, so I'm finally slowly figuring this thing out piece by piece. As you can see now, it is very red and very blurry. But I've found everything that I need to sort of tweak this stuff. So the red, I think, is getting thrown off because in here there is one of the little guys here, one of the little like dials I have here. One of the little dials here has black level on it. So I think I have the black level way too low, which is why it's throwing off the red every time I do the red, because I can't seem to differentiate between the blacks and the reds. And then the other thing I've realized is that the focus is this one down here, which you can maybe barely see. Let me see, the spot focus is on this right now. So see the two sort of, there's one here, my finger's pointing out, and there's one just underneath here. So I believe the top one is the focus. So I can rotate my little screwdriver on that. I've basically been doing it on these for the past few minutes, just changing the RGB values. And I think the one underneath it is brightness, but it has been glued, or some sort of like poly has been put on it to fix it in place, which I have also seen on some YouTube videos is something that some people do, which obviously isn't a great idea because CRTs, you know, they can drift over the years. So what is bright today may not be bright tomorrow, but I guess it's been done. I'm going to see if I can rotate it maybe and see if I can change the brightness and fiddle with it. But that's basically where we're at. I haven't killed myself doing any of those dials, so I'm feeling a little bit better about it. And I kind of have all the tools required to change this thing. And it's really cool. And actually, once I've done this, I want to show you some of the stuff in the menus, because it's the amount of control you have on one of these machines, I totally did not sort of understand, I guess. And there's some really neat, interesting little things you can do on the back end. So once I'm done fixing this around, we'll check out some of that stuff. All right, so I've gotten the brightness good. I've gotten the focus good. I'm definitely having trouble with the red levels on this thing. I just can't seem to figure it out. So I'm gonna do some reading on it and see if there's anything. I guess I just don't really know. Like, maybe I can imagine that the greens and blues maybe aren't set right, and that's why the red won't find its sweet spot. And it seems to be it's either all the blacks turn high red or they disappear. So I can't really seem to find a sweet spot. But it looks good. It looks 10 times better. Like, it's way cleaner. It's way sharper. And everything's working really good. So, I mean, I spent a lot of time color correcting footage, and I can feels a bit sickly. So that's to be fixed. But what I want to do now is show you. We'll switch over into test mode, and we'll check out some of the. Again, sorry I can't seem to get rid of the banding here, or the flashy, but hopefully you can bear with it. So some of the stuff that's in here is cool. So the diagnosis is where I've basically been for the past while, just doing tests and stuff. I ran the tests on the DIMM switches, the dip switches and the CPU board. I did a soundboard test. Oh, let me show you that. That's really cool. Soundboard test. Play sounds. Check this out.
Delivers the facial! Delivers the facial! Delivers the facial!
That was worth the trip alone.
Is it the shoes? Welcome to NBA Jam! Pimpin'! Pimpin'! Pimpin'!
It's pretty good.
Delivers the facial!
Cool. Alright, how do I get out of this?
Deliver!
Damn it. Okay, there we go. But check this stuff. This is where I didn't even check out the coin bookkeeping. Coin collection. Total collection. Fuck me. $1,500. $1,500. Paid credits. $6,000. And the left slot coin 0 on the right. Okay, so what I'm gonna say is that the 6,000 credits that have happened all happened in the Whiskey Media office. I bet this thing has been reset, or the 2,000 plays that happened during those guys' lunch breaks, I'm guessing. Clear the counters. Could clear the counters right now. I'm gonna clear the counters. RIP Whiskey Media numbers. We have it here, saved forever. That's what it was. And here starts a new era for this machine. Game audits. View gameplay statistics. Game started 374. Total playtime 61 hours. That's a lot. It's been alive for 230 hours. That's not bad for a monitor. I wonder again, has this been reset a bunch? Player 2 play 74%. Clearly this is, if you're coming up to play on your own, this one here is the one to go for. Clearly 90% finished the first quarter. Second, man, that's actually 10% of games went to overtime. That's pretty good. This is cool, man. Look at all these heuristics we're getting here. Average score 50. Average human score 49. Average CPU score 51. This is cool. Dropouts versus CPU. I don't actually know how you drop out in this game, except for turning the game off. 600 hot streaks started. Oh, the game. Look at this. The totals and how many games everyone played. I'm guessing the Bulls got most of them. Yeah, 71 for the Bulls. Oh, Golden State, 73. That must have been... Maybe that was Kuntz's team. And everyone else went with the Bulls. New York, 52. Phoenix, 29. Unlucky to Phoenix. Almost had it. The Bucks only got 8 here. 8. It's hard to read the 8. I might have to do some work on that, but that's cool. Almost the smallest. Who's the smallest team? Cleveland. Cleveland. Is that the Cavaliers? Is that a different sport? Cleveland. Oh no, Minnesota. Minnesota. Timberwolves? I can't remember. I can't remember them all. Game adjustments though. This is where we're at. This is the fun one. Standard pricing. So I can 1 credit, 1 continue. That seems fair. Can I change it? I can change it. What will I change it to? 2 to start, 2 to continue. Hungary. Antilles, Denmark. Look at that, 5 krona. Finland, 1 maraca. New Zealand, Belgium, 20 francs. Belgian francs before the euro. That's so cool. Austria, shillings. I'll pay your curd shillings. Japan, Australia, UK, pounds. UK 1, 2, Italy. Is there an Ireland one here? Lira. Oh my god, 500 lira for a credit. Swiss francs. More francs, lots of different French versions. Oh my god. USA ECA. I don't know what that means. ECA. 1 credit, 25 cents, 4 credits, $1. 1 credit, 2 coins. That is so cool, man. So what were we on? 1 credit, 1 coin, was it? USA 1? No, it was this one. 1 to start, 1 to continue. Right, 1 to start, 1 to continue. Not that it matters. Custom pricing. Oh wow, you can just do that. Turn on free play. Yeah, why don't you just turn on free play? Why am I messing around putting credits in this machine? Right? Is that right? Let me just do. I'll try that. Player head size. Large. Normal. Large. Drone difficulty. That's the AI. This is the first one I messed with. It was on hard or extra hard. I'm setting it to easy for now. Game timer speed. Slow, normal, fast. Credits for full game? That's neat. I didn't know you got credits. Wait, credit. Oh no, credits for full game is 4. God, I forgot you had to pay for each quarter on some of these. 4-player win bonus. Free game. Sure, free game. Computer assistance. Oh, is that rubber banding? Computer keeps game close. This results in more excitement from our tests. Higher earnings. Haha! That's fucking cool. Attract mode sound. This determines whether the game will make sounds in attract mode. Let's turn it off. Does that mean if nobody's playing it, it makes cheering sounds and stuff? Drone difficulty. Oh my god, it's so good. Factory settings 1 for normal. It's so cool. And what's in the utility? There's more coin stuff, player stats, full factory restore, operator message. Enter an operator message to the players. Okay, man, look how red the screen looks now here. That's so strange. Use player 1 or 2 controls to enter a message of up to 3 lines, 25 letters per line. You let me know. Put it in the comments what you think the message should be on my NBA Jam cabinet, and I will do it. Message stored. It's just nothing at the moment. There we go. There we go. National Basketball Association jam. Spread it on your favorite buns and come over to my house for a game. Thanks so much. This is fun. I'm gonna keep working on this thing. Maybe do it up. Maybe add some new graphics to the side of it. Some new old graphics. I also checked out some cool, some of the manuals with this thing looked really fun. I'm gonna poke around in those for a little while. They came with a tournament organizer as well, which is maybe the cutest thing I've ever seen. It had different brackets and stuff you could fill in on pen and then wipe out later. So that's pretty cool. I'll just get all the neighborhood kids around here in Oakland to come play NBA Jam with me. But yeah, it's cool. If you have any idea about the RGB thing as well, let me know. Maybe by the time this is up, I'll have figured it out. But yeah, I'm excited to learn more and to play some basketball games, which is what I'm going to do right now. Thanks for watching. Thanks for jamming.